You know that feeling when a song just gets stuck in your head and you can't shake it? Well, that's not magic, it's design. See, just like a building, a great song needs a solid blueprint to stand tall and really make an impact. Without one, even the most brilliant ideas can just crumble. So today, we're going to be architects. Let's dive into the blueprint for unforgettable songs.
We've all been there, right? You get this amazing melody, a killer lyric, a chord progression that just gives you chills, but when you try to stretch it into a whole song, it just doesn't land. It feels lost. The thing is, the problem usually isn't your idea. It's the lack of a strong structure to hold it all together.
And this is exactly how it feels to the listener. With a good structure, a song is engaging, it's memorable, and those big emotional moments, they hit so much harder. But without that structure, even a 2-minute song can feel way too long and confusing, and all those amazing ideas you had just get wasted. That architectural plan is the secret ingredient.
Okay, so if we're going to build a song, we first need to know our materials, right? Let's open up the toolbox and look at the individual bricks and beams you'll be working with. These are the fundamental sections that make up pretty much every song you love.
First things first, the intro. I want you to think of this as the front door of your song. Its only job is to welcome the listener, set the mood, and give a little taste of the world they're about to enter. The key, the rhythm, the whole vibe. But here's a pro tip. In today's skip-happy world, a long, rambling intro is a huge risk. Keep it short and make it hook 'em fast.
All right, once we're through the front door, we're in the verse. This is your storytelling space. It's the conversational part of the song, where you lay out all the details, the who, what, where, and when. The energy here is usually a little lower, because you're busy building the foundation for your story. You're not shouting the main point just yet. You're setting the scene.
Yeah, think of the verse as building the emotional base camp for the big climb that's coming. The most important thing here is that the lyrics are always moving the story forward. Every verse should give us a little something new.
And that climb leads us right here, to the chorus. This is it. This is the main event, the absolute emotional peak. This is the thesis statement for your entire song. It's the central pillar holding up the whole structure. It's the part you want people to be singing in the shower, in their car, everywhere. And really, this says it all. Everything else you do, all the storytelling in the verse, all the tension you build, it's all designed to make this one moment, the chorus, as powerful as it can possibly be. If you get one part right, make it this one.
So, how do we make that chorus hit even harder? Well, let me introduce you to its best friend, the pre-chorus. Now, you don't have to have one, but man, it is a powerful tool. Think of it like a ramp leading up to a massive jump. It builds tension, usually with a melody that starts to climb or some new chords, and it just makes you lean in, waiting for that chorus to finally drop. The payoff feels huge.
Okay, so after you've gone through your verse-chorus pattern a couple of times, things can start to feel a little predictable. And that is where the bridge comes in. The bridge is your plot twist. It completely breaks the pattern with new chords, a new melody, and usually a totally fresh lyrical perspective. It's a chance to step back, look at the story from a different angle, and then come crashing back in for that final powerhouse chorus.
And finally, we've got the outro. This is your goodbye, your graceful exit. It could be a simple fade out, maybe you repeat the main hook one last time, or you end on one big final chord. Its whole job is just to give a sense of closure, to let the emotional dust settle, and leave the listener feeling totally satisfied.
All right, so now we have our building blocks, the intro, verse, chorus, bridge, and outro. Now let's look at a few of the most popular, time-tested architectural blueprints for how to actually put them all together.
First up, we've got the absolute workhorse of pop music, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. This is the backbone of countless hits, and for a really simple reason, it is incredibly effective at drilling that super memorable chorus right into your brain through repetition.
Now let's look at a more modern take on that. If we slot in our friend the pre-chorus, we get this amazing dynamic buildup. You hear this structure everywhere in modern pop and Bollywood music. That little extra section creates this huge wave of energy that makes the chorus feel like an even bigger and more satisfying release. And for something a little more elegant, a little more classic, there's the AABA form. Here, the A is your main theme, the main musical and lyrical idea. You state it twice, then you introduce a totally contrasting B section. That's your bridge for a change of scenery, before you come back to that main A theme one last time. It's just a beautiful, really narrative-focused structure.
But listen, a great blueprint is just the beginning. I mean, a building can have a perfect frame but feel totally cold and empty inside, right? So now we have to talk about the interior design of your song. How to manage the energy and flow to take your listener on a really compelling emotional ride. So this is a really crucial idea, the energy curve. A great song almost never stays at one level. It builds. Think about it. A song with a flat energy curve is just boring. And a song that's at 100% the whole time, that's just exhausting. The magic is in the dynamics. It's in the peaks and the valleys that keep the listener hooked from the first note to the last.
When you boil it all down, great song structure is about managing a delicate balance between just two things, repetition and freshness. It's that simple. Your listeners crave the comfort of repetition. That's what makes a song catchy. But they need the surprise of freshness to stay interested. And your song structure, that's the tool you use to give them both.
Okay, that was a lot of theory. So let's make this super practical. Let's put everything we've talked about into a simple, actionable method that you can use to start building your own solid songs, like right now. Here it is, your 6-step plan. And I want you to notice where it starts. Step 1, write one strong chorus. That is your anchor. That's your foundation. Then you write a verse that sets it up. If it needs a little more of a lift, then you add a pre-chorus. Repeat that whole pattern. And then, only if the song starts to feel a little stale, you drop in a bridge for that fresh perspective. And finally, end it with confidence.
So if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Starting with your chorus is almost always the smartest move. Build your main idea, your emotional peak, first. Make it as powerful as you possibly can. And then construct the rest of the song around it to make that chorus shine. That right there is the architecture of an unforgettable song. So the only real question left is, what's the first chorus you're going to build?